Curzor knows his stuff. All his models are really tough. Building mountains from paper mache. Gonna glue stuff together all day. Crafts with Curzor. Crafts with Curzor. Crafts with Curzor. Curzor's the best crafter in the world.
Hey guys, welcome back to Crafts with Curzor. I'm Tim. This week we're going to be doing a Hot Wheels scale garage diorama. So here's what we've got so far as of filming this right now. I've got some more 3D printed parts and the Hot Wheels to go on it over here. Sorry it's been a little while. I've just finished up my first semester of going back to school to try and finish up my art education degree. So as for right now, we're going to get started on this and see what we can get done, framing up the garage, and hopefully get some the floor poured maybe. I'm going to try to do it with grout. I'm just going to try to do a flat pour. I might mix some water and Mod Podge in with the grout and see how that does. I'm going to try to get it as smooth as possible. If I have to, I'll just run some coats of slick paint over it and see how that does. Let's get to it. Alright, so starting out this time, we actually had a plan coming in. We just set everything up, kind of had the 3D printed model there and all my little 3D printed parts just sitting around on the thing, and well, let's just draw it and cut around it. Here we've got an assortment of different tools, lots of which were graciously donated by Son of Mouse. I thank you very much, my friend, and also thank you for the theme song. Alright, we're going to start off here with this hot wire cutter. I love this thing. We're just going to make a nice little edge around it and see how it just melts through the plastic or foam there. Makes such great little angles in everything. And now we're just chopping off corners and making rocks in the field. We added in a little bit of a path right here to make sure I knew I had a road and where I wanted it to go with everything before I started filling in with all the colors and all that stuff. Alright, let's start spreading some stuff out on this thing and get it going. Alright, this time we're moving away from the plaster and we're mixing some grout in with some paint so we get a little bit more texture in with the base on this one. I think it turns out pretty good. I went in while I was doing it and kind of made a little bit of a mushy area and drew the road in with my fingers. Lovely. Alright, now that that's dry, we've got where the road's going to be painted in, kind of dark brown like mud, and got everything staged again. Oh, and here's the fun part. We're just going to throw this green everywhere. Just slop it on. Pour it on, spread it out with a big brush. Now do some brown for the mud along the sides where the hill's kind of falling off. Everything's coming in nicely. Now we start with the Mod Podge. We're going to spread it in everywhere that we want some kind of little, I don't know, grass, moss, anything on here. And we're going to start off with some ground up moss that I made, and then go in with the, I think it's 0.03 millimeter static grass. Then shake on some ground cover, and then go around and do a little bit more of that. Soak it down with water to make it stick a little easier, because I wasn't having very much luck with just a straight Mod Podge. I should have known better. I'll start setting in some trees. Set up a fall theme on this one. It was fall when I started it, but it's cold and 6 inches of snow outside right now. Alright, so right here we've got the little BMW 2002 that I was trying to rust, but that just didn't work because I guess that die cast metal doesn't rust. I've drawn out the area where the garage is, and now I'm going to pour a floor with grout mixed with Mod Podge and water. I think maybe a little bit of paint too. Can't remember. I didn't do that yet. I guess we're going to build the walls for the garage first. Just building these out of these little craft sticks from Walmart. They're about $2 for a pack, and they're almost the right size. I may have made this a bit large for the scale, but I kind of like the way it looks, like it's a huge race garage or something. Alright, now we're getting everything set up for the pour. We got the floor laid around the edges. Everything's glued in. We're going to let that dry up overnight, and then we start pouring. Oh yeah, spread it out. Now we got to make a ramp for the cars to drive up in the front, so we're going to run that over the edges and smooth it out a little bit. Now we put the sides in, and we're going to build rafters along the top. It's still going to kind of be like an open concept garage though. I kind of liked it that way. Before we finish that, I decided I needed gravels for the driveway. We'll just throw some gravels in here. This is just sand. It was actually green when I got it, but I mixed it with some dark gray paint, and then I went over top of that to flush up the edges with some sprayed down, watered down Mod Podge, and sprinkled some ground up moss over, and it really smoothed everything in quite nicely. Got part of the 3D printed stuff in the garage there just to see how it would work and look. I'm digging it so far. Right now for the roof on this, I wanted to have something to look like old tin roof. Like this is kind of an older garage, giant barn that it's made from. So we took some cardboard and pulled the center out of it, and the corrugated part of the center. Now we're going to paint it silver. Later on I might go in and touch it up a little bit, make it look a little bit rusty, but I kind of like the way it looks right now as it is. Oh, this was before the silver paint. This was just when the Mod Podge was on there to seal it so it wouldn't curl when I painted it. Now goes the silver. Glob it on heavy. That Mod Podge has been dry for 2 days. Alright, let's clean the board off here, and we're going to take up the house. I built it off camera because it wasn't very easy to do, to like film it. I haven't figured out all this filming stuff yet, and I'm cutting this out with my hot wire cutter, but it's just a hole poking one. I've got those Dollar Tree Christmas lights that are battery powered, same as I used on the other models. They work great. These are the orange ones, and I'm going to use them to light up the house. And then I put hot glue all around it and sprinkle down some moss to flush everything up along the side of the house. The only thing this guy takes care of is his cars. And to hell with the house. Don't need a front on the barn. As long as I got lights, and my cars look good and run good at the track, that's all we're going for in this garage. Now I'm trying to run up a little street light outside of it, and I wanted to make it look a little more realistic, so I boxed it in with some I think they're eyebrow waxing spikes, and then I zip tied them while they dried. Hey guys, alright, thanks for sticking around to the end. This thing turned out great. I just love it. Hopefully soon it'll be incorporated into the big model. That's, we've been working on the background over there before we build this time. We didn't do that before. We're going to do it now. Live and learn. Play and learn. Hobby and learn. Oh. A couple of my favorite Hot Wheels just thrown in here. There we go. Kind of bleeds into that. Use it for the background in some pictures or something. But, like and subscribe. Tell your friends if you like it. If they like it, have them tell their friends. See you next time.
Knows his stuff. All his models are really tough. Building mountains from paper mache. Gonna glue stuff together.